Hello. Thank you for your continued interest in opening a SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD franchise. I'm sure you're wondering, when is the best time to open a school? Now that depends on what kind of school and which grades you're starting from. If you're starting a school which starts from LKG, UKG, nursery or KG, these are all the same words, or grade 1 onwards, which is a formal school, a regular school, then you have to ensure that your school is ready by the time the admissions start in your area. For example, the session starts in East and in North of India starts in 1st of April, right? In South and West, the session starts in or around 1st of June. So now you have to go back and do your calculations from there. So for example, if the admissions in your area start in February, then you must be fully presentable. So your school should be fully presentable to the parents who are considering your school by that time. That also means that your interiors are in place, your office setup is there, your labs, your common facilities, the facilities which attract the parents beyond the classroom are ready by then, and your principal is in place by then, or whoever is going to be counseling the parents should be there. So what happens is, what we do for example in Delhi, what we do is, if the session starts in April, we would start aiming for 1st of January to be fully ready. That means I need to get my principals and all recruited before that. That means, if you are hiring a principal, a school head, she has to also give a notice, or he or she also has to give a notice in her existing school. So that means you should ideally be starting your search in November as well. By November, you should have done your search, so that by around 1st of December, you make an offer to the person who you're considering as your principal, and he or she has time to join you by the 1st of January. Of course, at SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD schools, we do extensive training, so that training is done before that. So by the time when January starts, when parents start visiting the school for admission, the principal is very well aware of what the SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD system is and can counsel the parents well. On the other hand, if you're considering a play school, which means you're taking children at the age of 2, which is a part of the formal school, or as a standalone play school, then you can start anytime throughout the year, because children start play school the minute they are ready to start play school the minute they reach the age of 2. So there are times around the year when admissions happen. There are times which are slightly better, and there are times which are not so good. What I mean is, if it's a period before the summer holidays, so if the holidays are going to happen for example, a summer break, then that will be a lean period for admissions, because parents don't want to admit the children just before the vacations, because they have to pay the fee for the vacations. On the other hand, the period just after the vacation tends to be the best period for admissions, because people who've been holding back the admissions now suddenly want to send their children to the play school. However, does it mean you should launch your school just after the vacation? No, because what happens is, if you start your marketing and advertising very late at the height of the peak season, people would have already made up their mind to join another play school, and by the time they're aware of your project, about your school, and they've already taken a decision, it's too late, they've already made the payment to some other play school. Similarly, throughout the rest of the year, times like Navratras are good times, because people think it's an auspicious time to send their child. So if there's an auspicious time period in your community, then that's a good time to open. Times like Diwali are bad times to open a play school, because everyone's in the Diwali mood, in the gifting mood. They're not thinking about sending their child to a play school. Same thing happens around New Year's as well. Everybody's considering going on vacations, holidays, and so they don't look at admission. However, in January, they make up their mind, it's part of their New Year resolution, that yes, my child should go to a play school, and so January tends to be a really, really good month. So admissions happen throughout the year. You can open your play school anytime. If your property is on rent, you're planning to take a property on rent, then you may try and time your launch accordingly. However, if it's your own property, you can start your play school anytime. When you take a SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD franchise, it only takes us 3 to 4 weeks to launch your school. So with that, I wish you all the best. If you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments below.